All right, this is Isaiah 24 and verse 4. It says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The hardy people of the earth doeth languish. The earth also is defiled under the this wasn't what I wanted. But oh yeah, that's it. But even verse 4, it says, the earth is mourning, man. Is what? Fading away. And this meaning this rulership. The earth is mourning, because it's not giving, the land Sabbath and things of that nature. It's pollution in the air. The animals are groaning and things of that nature. But what's really fading away is what? This rulership, man. This person who's in power. Like how Jake be like, they be tripping, or they who is they? The Edomites, man. Speak up, Jake. So-called white people, man. They always say that, man, on social media. Jake be like they or this and that, like, nah. You got Edomites that always want to say the usual suspects and all this, and I ain't even have to look at it. I knew who was gonna be arrested, But who's the real thief? The murderer, the grapes. I'll just say grapes. The who's the real P. Diddy or the real outpour or whatever, man. In the streets or whatever, doing all manners of evil. Who's that? You Edomites, man. Look at, your history, your background, man. Edomites like to do background check. We can't let him in a job. Nah. Well, the Lord has given us the spirit to do a background check on your ass, Esau, Edom. And it's nothing but what? Evils, man. From every place that you have went, man, it's nothing but evils, man. And your rulership, and you even see it, man. That's why in Revelation 12, he knoweth that he had but a short time. So he's constantly trying to move around. He's trying to speed things up. He's setting up his digital infrastructure, man. He's setting up the universal high income, man. These 15 minute cities, man. He's coming. Look at the new movies, man. Tron, and I think that was the Walking Man that the brothers in Baton Rouge had watched. If I'm not mistaken, it was a new movie, but I know it was on AI. I don't know if that was the movie. But I gotta watch the movie that they had watched. Brothers had went go see it, but I had watched the movie Tron. It was spiritual, man. They had a digital civilization, and they was trying to bring it to this realm and things of that nature, man. And that's what Esau Edom is doing, man. He's using the left hand side to bring things, over here, man. Babylon the Great, over in this realm, man. Using that left hand sided magic. That's all the MOTB, the RFID up is, man. It's just left-handed magic, man. And that's what Esau Edom, is doing, man. But as the scriptures say, stand without enchantments, man. From thy youth. Let me get that. Yeah, let me get that. But I'm gonna get this verse 8. It says, Isaiah 24 and 8. The mirth of the tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth. That's right, no more music. And then on a literal, the music is trash anyway, man. New music these days suck, especially my generation. Just suck. Call everybody small shot. That's for fun. But on from a higher level, from a higher lens, Ain't nobody happy, man. You know, I seen on TikTok the other day, it was like this older, you know, Eve looking woman. She was like, it was a song. I think it was a song playing in the background. She was like, I guess it was something saying, save your money, you know, because Christmas, you know, that pagan holiday, you know, is coming up. So it was like, save your money. You got people in the comments, you know, agreeing and things of that nature, man. Why? Because, you know, people ain't got the money like they used to, man. It ain't like 2016, 2018, you know, 2019, man. It ain't like them days, man. You know, you get your new Christmas Jordans. Even though Jake still, you know, getting the, you know, the Jordans that come around, you know, the Gammas just released. But Jake, you know, Jake gonna do it. But you seeing what more and more, you know, we know, especially with Jake, you know, Jake ain't got the money. You know, Jake ain't never really had the money, but especially now, man, rent is on the all-time high. Car notes and you know, and things of that nature. Your food, you know, gas is well, I know where I be at, you know, it's dipping, but it's still higher, you know, than it was, man. And all it takes is just, you know, one move, man. What ultimately, you know, comes from Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because prophecy gotta be fulfilled. So while these people, you know, in the spirit of peace and safety, they're in the spirit of a little bit settling down and things of that nature, the Lord about to turn the heat back up, man. You know, but you see, that's right, that reminded me of the, you know, these food stamps, man. People, you know, was in an uproar, Jake. You know, Edomites as well, man. Edomites was coming out left and right. You know, crying, snotty nose, Trump, don't take the stamps and things of that nature. Or my papa, he's a disabled, you know, veteran, and all this, you know, extra stuff, man. You know, now what you got people, you know, a little bit, you know, trying to settle down and feel ease, but the Lord, he's about to turn that fire back up, man. It's the gradualism, man. The apostles always going to, and that's what Esau, he want to be like, man. He want to do it in gradualism as well. But the Lord, he's chipping away, you know, been chipping away at, you know, at Esau time, man. Scripture say he you know, he wanted his houses, you know, to continue forever. So that's why Esau Edom, you know, he's speeding things up, man. He's taking things, you know, from these people and just not saying anything, man. As well as what he's throwing out all these major distractions. Now what they have released the you know, the files or whatever. But I seen on Twitter, somebody posted it. You know, they was making a joke because everything was redacted. I'm talking about black lines just everywhere. It was like one sentence you can read at the top of the paragraph or whatever, man. I'm like, I just laugh, man, because it's just funny. You know, we know all them politicians and things of that nature and all these higher-up celebrities, you know, that's what they all do, man. You know, regular parties and, you know, things of that nature, man, they don't give them that joy. They got to do all these off-the-wall things, you know, etc., man. But all of the, you know, the mirth and the joyous, and you can even feel it, man. You know, Christmas time, you know, back then, you know, people was joyous, happy. You know, you got the deals. You know, it really ain't even no deals, you know, no more, man. You know, they taking $10 off a TV, man. Because everything is high. You got tariffs and things of that nature, man. You know, everybody's on edge. You know, the scripture say, iniquity abounding, the love of many shall wax cold. People are already, you know, in the spirit of Egyptian versus Egyptian. So we in that time, man. This place it's crumbling, man, and ain't no turning back, for Babylon the Great. I was about to, yep. Let me see. No, I forgot that one. Isaiah 47 and verse 12, it says, I started when it jumped down. It says, come down, sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. And ain't we seeing that, from all these other nations? You even see it from, your regular Edomite, man, of how, they're seeing this corporation, what it's really for, man. Edomite saying, oh man, it wasn't never no American dream, man. You got the young Edomites, the young ones, man. This is the new generation that's coming up, that's gonna be placed in these corporate tech jobs and the construction and all that, your new workforce. You got them saying, uncovering, the skirt, man. I think that Elder Yashawamba, he had went into it, man. That third witness, if I'm not mistaken. Slack if I may be wrong, but like you said, not mistaken, he said the third witness. These Edomites, man, their tongue falling upon themselves. You got these Edomites uncovering all the things, that the Ish people, that they do, and they be quick with it too, man. They was quick with it with the, little situation that happened over there. I'll just say the big situation, over there, man. Damn country sound ostrich. But the situation that happened over there, man, with that guy, he's really, this, So on all fronts, Babylon the Great is being taken down, man, even by their own people, man. The American dream is over with, man. The 70s, going to the moon and all this, and the Big Mac, you get it for 2 cents. You could buy a house for $5,000. That's another example I was gonna give these young Edomites making parody videos. How the older generation, they'll buy their house 3-story, 10,000. And them not being able, now the young Edomites not being able to afford nothing, man. But them buying it, the boomer generation for 10,000, man, or 5,000, or get it for free, man, because they was they Edomites, man. But like I say, yeah, everybody is grabbing hold of Esau, man. There's no more, called tender and delicate. And the dust represents what? Confusion, because that's what this place is a confused state. The land of the free, the proud, the brave, and things of that nature. And I was thinking about it, like all these other countries, health insurance and all this education is free. But over here, where you're supposed to be the freest country, meaning in liberty, and things of that nature, because we know this ain't the freest country as far as the prices. How come, you can't even give free education out, man? And you got some of the most pristine colleges over here in these other countries, man, in the East. And when you come over the West, You got so-called pristine colleges, but what they teach, nothing but bullshit, man. Excuse my, you know, I'm trying to make a joke. Earlier, I should want to be like, excuse my Swahili, excuse my French, you know. But you come over here, what do you learn, man? You learn how to be, you know, a 304, how to be a so-called, you know, gangster or whatever, man. You know, you learn there's 80,000 genders and all this extra stuff. Nothing but BS, man. So all of it on all sides, man, of Babylon the Great is what? It's confusion, man. This place is nasty, man. It's gonna leave you sore polluted, as the scriptures say. Jumping down to it, outside verse 11, it says, "Therefore shall evil come upon thee; thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee; thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Stand now with thy enchantments, and with the multitudes of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail." That's right, man. Thou art weary. I read verse 13. Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly procrastinators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. And ain't no, it's no saving, man. You know, it's no saving, man, for Babylon the Great. That's what it's, you know, men of the Lord, man, the hopeful elect. Lord, when we be a part of the number. When we see these things, we're happy, man. You know, it's about to be a so-called new year, which, you know, the elder apostle already coined, man. The year of apostates, sellouts, and agents, and things of that nature. You know, this place is what? It's crumbling. It's falling, man. And that ties into it too. The scriptures say you would judge the house of Israel first, man. So everything is what? It's in order. Things are about, but the Lord is still gonna wait. He's still gonna speed things up, man. You know, gonna speed, you know, the destruction up. You know, the moving, you know, from this monetary system, this fiat currency, to the digital system, man. The third revolution to the fourth, you know, industrial revolution, man. So everything is being, you know, sped up, man. You know, and still Esau, Edom can't save themselves, man. Can't save, you know, this place, man. Like I said, they are weary in our consoles, man. You had Trump coming out saying, you know, the prophets of doom. And that doom, man, is going to come to pass, man. You know? You know, there's when I get in the office, there's not going to be a war, you know, and all that. It's going to be peace. I should win the Nobel Prize. How you going to win a Nobel Prize, man? If you still the president, you know, you going to be, you know, implementing, you know, World War III, man, as well as the RFIDC here, man. If you still the president at that time, which, you know, Apostle Torah on down, know which we believe in, man. You know, he's a perfect fit. You know, like Esau say, man, he's a perfect fit for the job, man. And he's that perfect puzzle piece, man, to the crumbling of Babylon the Great, man. He got the pridefulness, the arrogance, the speech, you know, the walk, the talk, the character. Got everything for it, man, to implement, you know, the destruction of this place, man. You know? But there's no saving, you know, Babylon the Great. There's no turning back, you know, for this place, man. They've already, you know, put everything, you know, in place. They already see how the, you know, the people react to certain things. Take this away. Okay, they you know, Esau do experiments, man. He's the mad scientist, you know, so he put that out there. Okay, they react like that. Okay, Okay, let that simmer. Okay, take that away. Oh, okay, that's how they run. You know. So he about Esau, man, the devil, man. He about ready, you know, bring this RFID here, man. We just waiting on that next, big crash, man. And once that crash happen, man, or as we seeing, we see a lot of attacks, T attacks, man. Which they're gonna be mixed in, with the crash, man. Then they blame it on the men of the Lord and all we, nah, man. We just preach the Bible, man. Thus said the Lord, man. This coming from His word, man, not ours, man. There's no saving, in and off. There's no saving for this place, man. There's no more enchantments that Esau Edom can do that can be able to fix the wound, man. That deadly wound, as the scriptures say, been healed. But this little horn, man, ain't no coming up, after this, man. But which deadly wound was healed. But after this, the scripture said this little horn, Babylon the Great, this is over with, man. This place is through, man. And that's gonna be the end of wickedness being on the earth, man. The end of Edomites and all these other heathens ruling over us. The end of 2/3 of our people. It ain't gonna be no 2/3, man. Cause Jay gonna be righteous, man. Even the most vile and evil, disgusting, Jake on this earth. Even these false prophets, man, that's coming against the apostles, bishops, and elders. A great millstone. They're gonna be righteous, man. And everything is gonna be in its complete order, man. Before that, we gonna see that's the righteous thing, man, to see the downfall of your enemies, man. We are about to see the power, man, of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, how he built it up, and he take it down. He built this nation, Babylon the Great, from the ground up, man, to what it is today. In its powerfulness, seizing all these oil tankers that's not theirs, but saying that is ours, naming lands after them. Hey, nah, this is the Gulf of America. Yeah, matter of fact, change that on Google. Change that everywhere. Got these Edomites. You say Gulf of Mexico. No. Have you not seen the news? It's Gulf of America, buddy. But it's old, man. That go there is enchantments as well, man. Cause that's that proudness, man. That Babylon is on top. It's everything is good, man. You can't tell me nothing. But you seeing from all these other nations, like, nah, that's not how it's about to go now, man. You got China, Russia, backing, Venezuela, man, and all these other nations like Iran. You had Putin say, hey, man, we'll be stronger than Babylon the Great if we would get together or get along with the European countries. He just said that recently, if I'm not mistaken, today. So it's over with for this place, man. It's through. And Lord willing, it was edifying. I kind of, was talking, but it was all, the spirit towards that subject, man. This place, it's through. So with that, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua Ba'ashim Yahushua. Give honor to the apostles, bishops, elders, great millstone, the woo and teacher, shalom to all the sisters of Akim, bishops, truth, and faith out the four corners of the earth. Shalom to the feast of sisters, the boy from this land, being obedient to their home, to their husband at home, detailed by the Babal, Christ, shalom.